So it's a new year, and when you start the new year, you start taking stock of everything, right? And I kind of was thinking about my manga collection and how I kind of want to collect manga going forward, because if you watch any of these videos, you kind of know I'm trying to be more selective with what I collect. The key word is I'm trying to be more selective. But then I started thinking about kind of a big question, and especially I think if you're getting into manga collection, this question kind of pops into your head. The question of, are manga box sets worth it? And if you don't know, I own like a lot of box, like a ton. But are they worth it? Is it worth waiting for that inevitable box set? And I think that manga has gotten popular enough and the business is there that you can kind of start guessing which mangas will probably have a box set. So while you're thinking, man, this is going to be a quick video, because he's just going to say, yes, the cost is lower. It comes in an easily storable box, posters. Sometimes the box art is really good. So of course, when you think about manga collecting, or especially starting a manga collection, you do want to start with a box set because, one, the series is complete and you can get it all for a great price in this easily fun little bundle. Or there's enough volume that you save money by buying in bulk. And I'm sure if you watch a lot of manga videos, I've probably even done one, where I'm like, yeah, wait for the box set. But I actually had a different thought. I think that a lot of the reasons that someone would make a video and say wait for the box set is because, at least here in North America, we've kind of had quality issues. You guys have probably known, if you've been collecting manga, you know, the Italian prints or bad paper quality or something to that effect that makes it harder to justify the price of a volume. So I think the reason that a lot of people say wait for the box set, and while the box set is still a good deal, a great deal sometimes even, I think it would be harder to blanketly justify and push waiting for the box set if we had better additions to manga, better special editions, better physical editions overall. Because just some that come to mind is like Attack on Titan. France has those incredible like black editions, hardcover, they're super nice. And you know, we get these omnibuses, which again are great for the price and if you just want to have the series in your collection and just enjoy the story. But think about Berserk or Hellsing or something like that. While they started reprinting the singles of Hellsing for a long time, and I still probably currently, a lot of people would be like, get the deluxe editions. Because let's be honest, this is a safe space. You know what I mean? We all collect things. And for me now, especially, it's not about quantity. While I have a lot, some would say too much, quantity's kind of in the back of my mind. It's more about quality now. And especially as collectors, when you look at your bookshelves, I know without any hesitation, some of the volumes that catch my eye the most are the perfect editions, the deluxe editions. Those things that sit on your bookshelf and really jump out. And that's kind of the best part about collecting something, to me, is sitting around your collection and just kind of admiring it. And while, yes, reading and the stories inside, yes, you're right, of course, obviously. But the more I think about it, the more I'm really thinking, man, kind of the state side, the English side is really slacking on just their nice books on my bookshelf. Because not only do those editions last longer, look nicer, but there's something to be said, especially in times like this where digital subscription services and those kind of things are so prevalent, that if you're going to go out to a store and buy a physical copy of a book, I just want it to feel like it's worth it. And the more I look into manga around the world, you start to see these editions. And you start to really realize that the reason that a lot of people, including me, are just kind of wait for the box set, get a good deal, is because quality almost comes to a second or a third or a fourth even. And again, I don't think we don't care about it. I think we do care about it, but it's kind of like that thing of how do we change it? And I guess, you know, kind of the best way it's always been, vote with your wallet. Vote with the money that you're spending on a series. Support it that way. Do you want to support these kind of releases, or do you want to support the series and kind of deal with how it's treated when it's collected? Because I think if we all had a choice, of course you want the tote bag that comes with the special editions of Spy Family in France. You know, like if we all had the choices, of course we would want the best editions. And I do think that if the English side of distribution pushed for a lot more collector's editions or deluxe editions or just different editions than, perfect example, the Yu Yu Hakusho reprints. While I am so thankful to have this series in the collection, and I really wanted to read it in manga form because I've only ever experienced it in anime, it's kind of a bummer that these series, and of course it can't be every series, but there are a certain series, if you really think about it, if it's got the name brand recognition, you can kind of put it together and be like, it deserves something special. But don't get me wrong, I still am very thankful that Viz or any publisher is just re-releasing or releasing manga in general. Some manga that we never thought we would get. And especially last year, there was those big reprints of like Slam Dunk, Yu Yu Hakusho, and those old school series that some people thought were legitimately never going to come back into print. But I think it just bums me out because I think that manga has gotten to a point where there's justification in a higher quality print or a higher quality physical edition. And it's just kind of a little bit sad that sometimes the best we can hope for is an alternate cover. And the other thing for me that has also happened, I'll let you know this, is sometimes I won't collect a series. I'm looking at Slam Dunk specifically because I really want to read that series. But something inside of me is telling me that maybe one day we will get a hardcover edition. Kind of like the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal editions. And I want to say that I've heard that somewhere before. Let me know in the comments, like if you've heard that too, because that is the one series that I really wanted to collect, but there is something inside of me being like, Slam Dunk, they are 100% going to do a really nice edition of Slam Dunk. I just feel it. And I have no reason to back that up. I have no, facts or anything. It's a gut feeling. But if Slam Dunk came out tomorrow and said we're collecting all of the volumes in a box set, well, I'm going to buy the box set because box sets are unbeatable when it comes to pricing. And I know I've spent this whole video literally talking about if they had special editions, maybe box sets wouldn't be worth it. At the end of the day, you can't beat a collection for an affordable price. I just kind of wanted to play out the other side of why is it not even a question? It's immediately, yes, purchase the box set. The only time that I think that there has been a little bit of leeway, at least, from what I've heard and seen and stuff, is like maybe the Death Note Black editions, maybe a Silent Voice, the collector's editions instead of the box set. There are a few rare cases, but normally it is always, if there's a box set, just get the box set. And again, I also think it depends on what kind of collector you are, right? Or what you kind of want your collection to be. Do you just want to amass all the series that you love and it doesn't really matter how it looks on your shelf? Or do you want to sit back and look at your collection and just see these really nice covers and these really nice spines? And is aesthetic more your thing, or is just amassing a fantastic collection of stories you love? There's not a bad way to collect. I'm not saying one way is better than the other. I just think that at this point, when I think about collecting, something that catches my ear more is there's a perfect edition coming out instead of there's a box set coming out. Especially when we have been getting a lot of retailer-specific box sets. Listen, let's leave that in 2023. Like, I know Jujutsu, Chainsaw Man. I think I even own one, the Komi Can't Communicate box set that Target did. And while, yes, it's a good little starter pack and things like that, there's a part of me, and maybe it's because I have already amassed a collection, so I'm not like a new collector coming into the thing. And maybe those little 4-packs are kind of a good way if you have like a child or a cousin or a relative or a friend that wants to get into manga collection, you kind of give them, here's My Hero Academia with 4 volumes. And that makes sense. And that is overall probably a good thing. Because let's be honest, it's probably not going to affect that if there's a JJK box set. That is probably coming. You know what I mean? But I just think for someone like me that's in this part of my manga collecting journey, and let me know in the comments if you like those 4-packs. Like, I would love to hear that other side of, like, actually those 4-packs got my friend or relative or whatever into manga. And that is awesome because we can all agree manga is cool. Manga is awesome. I just really enjoy it. It's a great art form. So to get other people that may have not gotten into it otherwise, if it wasn't for something like that, it's never a bad thing again. Man, I feel like I rambled in this video. And really, to be honest, and it's a great first video of the year, you know what I mean? Is manga box sets worth it? Of course they are. Like, that's a no question. But I just really wanted to vent because lately I have been thinking a lot about the actual physical editions of manga. And how I think that the physical editions deserve better. And I think that companies are missing out on opportunities to do something really, really cool and really special for these series that everyone holds so dear. And honestly, I Googled like French editions and other editions around the world of manga, and it just made me jealous. This is just a jealousy. It's starting 2024 off. I'm jealous of all of these cool editions of manga. But I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great start to the new year. And let me know in the comments, what are some of your favorite special edition, collector's editions of manga that you've collected or that you've seen over the internet? And as always, I hope that if you're having a bad day, it gets better. And if you're having a good day, it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.